Another day, another diplomatic protest. The Philippines is set to file another diplomatic case against China over an incident in the West Philippine Sea.
But unlike previous instances, this time around, the incident occurred in the air. A Chinese aircraft released flares onto the path of a Philippine Air Force aircraft that was patrolling the Bajo de Masinloc or Scarborough Shoal.
This incident comes just as tensions between Manila and Beijing were cooling down, thanks to the provisional agreement that the two sides worked out in July. The question now is, how will this change that relationship again? Brian Castillo with tonight's big story.
On August 8, Thursday, at approximately 9 a.m., two Chinese fighter jets suddenly appeared while a Philippine aircraft was patrolling the area near Bajo de Masinloc, also known as Scarborough Shoal. The Chinese reportedly released flares directly into the path of the Philippine plane, the NC-212I. Flares are a type of heat decoy released by aircraft as a defensive measure when targeted by enemy missiles. According to AFP Chief of Staff General Romeo Browner, what China did was extremely dangerous as it put the passengers on the aircraft at risk.
For instance, yung mga flare na yon ay nakarating dun sa ating aircraft. No? Pwedeng mahigot dun sa propeller or sa intake or pwedeng masulog pati yung ating aircraft.
That is dangerous and provocative.
Fortunately, the pilot and crew safely returned to Clark Air Base after the Maritime Aerial Patrol. According to the AFP, this is the first time China has used flares to try to deter or intimidate a Philippine aircraft, though the military says it won't stop them from patrolling our airspace. President Bongbong Marcos has already condemned the incident. In a statement, Marcos said the actions of the People's Liberation Army Air Force aircraft were unjustified, illegal, and reckless. The president added, the Philippines will always remain committed to proper diplomacy and peaceful means of resolving disputes. However, China should demonstrate full capability to act responsibly, both in seas and in skies. The Foreign Affairs Department has likewise expressed dismay at China's action, especially since there was an existing agreement between the two countries to de-escalate tensions in the West Philippine Sea, which was worked out just a month ago when Chinese officials came to Manila.
It certainly took us by surprise. China has always said it's wanted to de-escalate, but every time, of course, na may nangyayari na ganito, certainly it tends to raise tensions.
Due to the incident, the DFA plans to file a new diplomatic protest against China. The National Security Council's Assistant Director General Jonathan Malaya called it a serious escalation on the part of China. But he clarified to One News that the provisional agreement between the Philippines and China only covers Ayungin Shoal or Second Thomas Shoal.
The provisional agreement between the Philippines and the People's Republic of China was only limited to Ayungin Shoal, the resupply mission to Ayungin. Okay, so hindi pasok yung iba. Ang luwag-luwag ng West Philippine Sea, no? Napakadaming features. We have 9 occupied features and many of these areas are contested. So, kinalbigla talaga namin yung nangyari.
For now, the NSC is mulling a possible multilateral guideline for military air encounters with China, similar to an agreement by Southeast Asian countries in 2018. Defense Secretary Gibo Teodoro appealed to China to abide by international law and move to lower tensions over disputed waters.
Hopefully, tumugon ang China sa international law at sa pangangailangan na mag-de-escalate, lalong-lalo na kung ang naratibo nila ay mali, kahit na sabihin ng publiko, diplomatic protest or whatnot. We cannot not do it kung hindi nag-aakies tayo. Hopefully, they listen to reason and heed the appeals of not only the Philippines, but other countries to temper their moves.
Officials say they will convene the National Maritime Council this week to discuss the incident and work out a response. In a statement, Beijing defended its actions, saying it had organized naval and air forces to lawfully drive away the Philippine plane, following repeated warnings. It also insisted China has indisputable sovereignty over Huangyan Island, what they call Scarborough Shoal, and adjacent waters. For News 5, Brian Castillo. We are One News.